The story begins with an event that throws the entire world into pure terror. Suddenly, massive piles of garbage start falling from the sky like heavy rain. Within just a few seconds, the city turns into something that feels straight out of hell. Cars crawl helplessly through waves of trash, crashing into each other as people scream in panic, and every sound carries the same fear-filled message: the end is near. But the biggest shock comes when the broken remains of the Titanic, a ship that sank more than 100 years ago, suddenly appears standing right in the middle of the city. Everyone is left asking the same question: what on earth is happening? The story then moves back in time to a calm sea, where a group of fishermen are throwing their nets as part of their daily routine. Joking around, one of them casually tosses a plastic bottle into the water. But when they pull the net back up, something strange is trapped inside, writhing violently. A chilling sound comes from it, like someone screaming in unbearable pain, and the fishermen step back in fear. Around the same time, a military officer arrives at a nearby coastal area on a secret mission. After passing multiple security checks, he is shown the strange thing the fishermen caught. It is a mysterious deep-sea creature, and driven by greed, the villagers had killed it and brought its body back to sell it for money. The army immediately realizes this creature is extremely important. According to ancient myths, it was known as a sea demon, but modern science identified it as a highly advanced aquatic humanoid species. Creatures that can walk upright underwater are usually not taken seriously by the military, but then something shocking is discovered. Inside its jaw is a special ornament made of pearls, something only humans know how to create. This makes it clear that the creature was not just an animal, but part of an intelligent civilization. Orders are given to scan the body, and after everyone leaves, a team member named Barkley stands quietly in front of the corpse and prays. Whether human or not, death always leaves behind the same pain. The next night, special machines are set up along the shore. The plan is to send a signal deep into the ocean, a wave designed to work like the language of these aquatic beings, in hopes of making contact. But as the night grows darker, strange things begin to happen. The ground where the body was kept suddenly turns soft, almost like quicksand. A female soldier doesn't even get a chance to react before half of her body sinks into the floor. Her teammate tries to pull her out, but a dark shadow drags him down as well. Moments later, waves of water rise up, and a fast-moving shape leaps out, grabbing the aquatic humanoid's body and vanishing instantly. Alarms echo throughout the base as soldiers rush in, but nothing is left behind. No body, no soldiers, and the ground has hardened again, as if nothing ever happened. Barkley senses something odd beneath his feet and reaches down, pulling out part of a chair from the soil. At that moment, the commander tries calling the missing soldiers on the walkie-talkie, and to everyone's horror, their voices respond from underground. When the dirt is cleared away, a human hand is revealed beneath the surface. That evening, Barkley sits by the sea, trembling for a long time. This was his very first operation, and the first time he had seen a dead body so closely. Fear had completely taken over him. The commander is confused because their unit is a special force trained to handle mysteries that science cannot explain. Everyone there should be used to such horrors. Finally, Barkley is forced to confess the truth. He is actually just an office worker. The real field operative had gone on leave, and Barkley was pushed into the team to fill the gap. This was the first time in his life Barkley had been sent on a mission where death stood right in front of him. He had never received proper training, had never used weapons, and had no ability to deal with danger. What was meant to be simple paperwork turned into a nightmare when fate threw him straight into the abyss. Now, he was drowning in regret, knowing he was completely unprepared for what was coming next. The commander calmly explains to Barkley that history is always shaped by the mistakes, accidents, and unplanned decisions of ordinary people. Many times, the biggest moments in history happen simply because some office worker happened to be there at the right time. Barkley has no answer and stays silent. Standing nearby, the team leader tries to lighten the mood by explaining that the aquatic humanoids are not bloodthirsty monsters, but ancient residents of Earth who ruled the planet long before humans existed. For thousands of years, they had been sleeping deep in the oceans. Their recent appearances had shocked scientists as well. In truth, intelligence agencies had been secretly studying them for years while hiding their existence. Honestly speaking, if this species had never gone into hibernation, Earth might not belong to humans today. Suddenly, someone in the team points ahead in fear. An aquatic humanoid is standing right in front of them. Soldiers raise their weapons, while Barkley, out of habit, pulls out his small notebook and starts writing everything down. At that moment, the commander steps forward and orders the soldiers to lower their guns. He tells the tech team to activate the translator machine immediately. Speaking gently, the commander tries to start a peaceful conversation. He wants calm dialogue with the aquatic beings. But the creature's voice echoes strangely, and the translator reveals its message. It accuses humans of committing a tragedy. "You killed our people." The commander responds that their kind has also killed 2 human soldiers, so the losses are equal, and now they should sit down and talk instead of fighting. But the water creature suddenly becomes furious. The translator says that it does not want to talk just here, but with the entire human race. At that exact moment, all the soldiers' phones start ringing together. On the screens, scenes appear from different countries around the world, showing aquatic humanoids openly revealing themselves at the same time. It feels like they are announcing a message to humanity. We have returned, and we are the true owners of this planet. Their global appearance causes chaos across the world. In a rush to find a solution, Britain steps forward first and prepares a special water channel near the Empire State Building using an advanced marine canal system. This will be the place where humans and aquatic humanoids will talk face to face for the first time. For this historic meeting, the responsibility of representing humanity is given to the United Intelligence Task Force, led by the elite unit known as Eagle Gate. A few hours later, a massive tank is filled with water. On the cameras, several aquatic humanoids can be seen swimming rapidly toward the assembly room. First, a few of them appear like guards, standing alert. Then 2 massive and terrifying deep-sea creatures arrive. Finally, their leader enters, who looks more human than the rest. His expressions, face, and eyes clearly show high intelligence. The scientists watching are most shocked by one thing. He can breathe comfortably, even without water. This means he can survive on land, which is a very serious threat to human safety. In the silence, the human representative, Dr. Jonathan, begins a welcome speech. But the aquatic leader raises his hand and stops him mid-sentence. To everyone's shock, he speaks clearly in human language. This proves that he has been secretly observing and studying humans for a long time. Jonathan quickly changes the topic to keep the discussion on track. To move the talks forward, humans present a special gift to the aquatic beings, a rare Himalayan rhododendron flower found near Mount Everest. Its fragrance is unique, and humans believe it shows the greatness of their civilization. But then the aquatic leader presents his own gift: several dead aquatic humanoid eggs. Pain is clearly heard in his voice as he explains that these children could have grown freely in the ocean, but human oil spills, chemicals, and pollution did not even allow them to breathe. This accusation shakes the human scientists deeply. One of them stammers while explaining that humans are trying to stop ocean pollution. But anger is clearly visible on the aquatic leader's face. He does not want to hear excuses. Suddenly, he points his finger toward Barkley, who is sitting at the back. Everyone is shocked as to why such an ordinary man has been chosen. Then, a video starts playing on the screen, showing Barkley silently praying in front of the dead aquatic humanoid. The aquatic leader says that only a human who respects death has the right to speak about life. Barkley himself is stunned. Just yesterday, no one even knew his name, and now the entire world is watching him. It is clear that if Barkley says even one wrong word, a war between 2 species could begin. But the aquatic beings are firm. They only want to hear his opinion. They only want to hear his opinion. Barkley panics. He doesn't even have a proper suit to wear, but the aquatic leader reassures him, saying he was chosen because humanity is still alive inside him. Even then, Barkley says he cannot represent all of human society. He is just a small employee. The human representatives immediately respond that this is exactly why the conversation should happen in front of the whole world, to prove that the voice of an ordinary person matters too. However, Eaglegate sees danger in this idea. Leaving such a massive dialogue open to the entire world goes against their strategy. The next day, it is decided that the talks will not be broadcast live. Only 50 journalists are allowed to record the discussion. Barkley is given a strict warning that he must only read the lines written on the screen and must not say anything new. As the water-filled tank lights up again, the aquatic humanoid appears once more. Controlling his nerves, Barkley calmly reads the same opening greeting as before. But just as he tries to continue, the aquatic leader raises his hand and stops him. He makes a simple request. He wants river water. The order is approved immediately, and within minutes, a glass of yellow, foul-smelling river water is placed into Barkley's hands. Then the next demand is made. Barkley must drink that water right there. Seeing the yellow particles floating inside the glass, Barkley's face turns pale. The instructions on the screen quickly suggest a response. The water should be cleaned first and then consumed. He also starts mentioning pollution control plans. But the aquatic leader loses his temper again. He says he does not want politician-like answers, and he refuses to watch Barkley read from a script like a puppet. After a few seconds of silence, Barkley makes a decision. He removes his earpiece, and words spoken from the heart echo through the room. He admits that humans are destroying the planet for very small profits. Factories are constantly dumping waste into rivers, land, and the ocean. And the most shameful part is that at the exact moment when humans and aquatic beings are discussing the future, many factories along the riverbanks are still releasing dirty water. His honesty wins the respect of the aquatic representative. The aquatic leader openly praises Barkley's sincerity and even says, "I think you are the best among humans." Barkley feels that his words have stabilized the situation. But when he turns around, the entire hall is frozen in silence. The faces of the officials have gone pale. Barkley's truth has made humanity's position even weaker. The discussion is immediately stopped. Meanwhile, the Special Task Force takes advantage of the situation and begins researching the aquatic being's biological structure. The glowing pearl-like formations on their necks, their vein-like networks, and even the dead eggs are placed under microscopes. Scientists suspect that the aquatic beings share information through a system similar to a marine fungus network, a kind of biological internet where once one feels something, the information spreads across the entire community. Amid all this chaos, the talks begin again. This time, humans promise to reduce pollution by 50% before the year 2050, and to increase cleanup efforts rapidly after that. But the aquatic leader becomes furious. He says that every single day is killing hundreds of his people, and under these conditions, they cannot wait 25 years. Barkley tries to explain that cleaning on such a massive scale requires enormous budgets, resources, and time. The leader then stares sharply and asks whether humans are truly trying. Do they genuinely want to save the planet without counting the cost? Suddenly, his gaze lifts upward, and the city's lights begin to flicker and shut down. People panic, thinking a storm is coming. But instead of rain, garbage starts falling from the sky. Plastic bags, broken bottles, torn fishing nets, and rotten packaging waste that was once thrown into the ocean now rains down on the city. Within moments, the streets of New York are completely buried under mountains of garbage. The shock reaches its peak when the massive, broken structure of the Titanic, sunken for more than a century, suddenly crashes down in the heart of the city. The entire world is paralyzed with fear. Governments begin appearing on television one after another, calling it the greatest crisis in human history and urging everyone to stand united. After several days of chaos and panic, negotiations begin once again. This time, Barkley knows he must be extremely careful. Choosing his words slowly, he urges the aquatic beings to show restraint and reminds them that violence will not benefit anyone. The aquatic leader replies in a cold voice that he has only returned what humans gave them. Anger flashes across Barkley's face because his wife and child barely survived the rain of garbage. Before he can say anything more, an order from Kate appears on the teleprompter. Now, a formal ceasefire agreement must be requested. Taking a deep breath, Barkley proposes that humans do not want war at any cost. The aquatic leader agrees to peace, but only under 3 harsh conditions. First, all pollution in oceans and rivers must stop immediately, without delay. Second, a clear boundary must be established between land and water. And the third condition leaves humanity stunned. Every ocean and all waterways will belong entirely to the aquatic beings. Humans will not only be forbidden from entering the seas, but even flying over them will be banned. As soon as the third condition is announced, world leaders erupt in outrage, especially small island nations whose entire economies depend on import and export. Sea closed and air blocked means complete international lockdown. At that moment, the aquatic representative lets out a rough, unsettling laugh that silences the entire hall. Barkley quickly apologizes, trying to calm things down, explaining that they were simply upset. He then adds that for aquatic beings, these steel and concrete buildings feel as annoying as mosquitoes. That is why the next meeting will be held at a place of their choosing. When the location appears on the screen, everyone is left speechless. It is the deepest and most dangerous ocean trench on Earth, a place where even the most advanced human submarines fail halfway down. But without thinking, and driven by something he cannot explain, Barkley speaks up and says, "We are ready. Hit 1,000 likes and we will soon upload the recap of other parts of the series."